Welcome back, everyone. I just want to say I appreciate you being here, just spending a couple minutes of your day watching this video. This is a book review. It's not going to be a long one because the book itself is only like 200 pages, but we are going to do A Vision of Beast. Now, this book felt like Tarzan. That's the best way to describe this book. When I first started reading it, the first chapter, I legit was like, am I reading Tarzan? That's all what was going through my head was like, oh, this is Tarzan. The book itself is actually pretty fast paced. So the first two chapters are kind of slow. You get to meet this guy named Derek the Hunter. That's the main character. And that's what they just call him, Derek the Hunter, because he lives in like this world where no one else can read or write, but he has books that he himself knows how to read and write. And I guess he has tried to teach the people how to do it, but they just are stubborn and they kind of look at him as like an outsider. But then you get into like the village that he's at, and like they all kind of like respect him. And his dad's like the captain of like the village, and I'm just like, wait a minute. I thought he was supposed to like be like an outsider because he's the only one that like hunts and gets some food. And he explains in the book that they do all these things where like they're like really struggling to try to get food, and he's the only one that can actually hunt. And while he reads, it teaches him like, oh, these are other ways to read. These are other ways to hunt. These are better weapons and all this. So that's why he was like teach himself. So he's like self-taught with all these things. And I don't know why, but it just kept making me think of Tarzan. And the whole time I was reading this book, I just thought, I'm like, I think I'd prefer Tarzan over this. Now, I'm not trying to like hate on the book, but like I just felt like I would prefer reading Tarzan because I read Tarzan last year and I really enjoyed the first book of Tarzan. And well, this just felt like a Tarzan, just not as good because I really liked Tarzan last year. But anyways, though, with this book, that's what happens, and then it goes through a 180. It does like a whole 180 where you like they get attacked by creatures called gunks. And gunks are just like humans that are like, well, humanoid that are like covered in maggots and stuff, just really vile things that are it reminded me more of like zombies. And so this book, they get ambushed by these gunks because the gunks all of a sudden just want to like help out. And he mentions in the book that it's just weird that they never wanted to. So in my head, I'm like, well, if you guys think it's weird, why would you like let them help you then? Like the logic behind it just seems really foolish. And even with Derek, the way he described Derek is Derek's a very intelligent dude. So like when he wanted to like catch on, he's like, why are these guys all of a sudden wanting to help? And maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm like missed apart in the book why they explain it, but it just doesn't make sense to me too much. But while I was reading it, it was just battle for like 100 odd pages, and it's a 200-page book. So you think, oh, it's really fast, but I didn't feel committed to it. Like, I just didn't feel connected to the characters at all. I never once was like, oh man, what's going to happen? I didn't care enough for it, which I just feel bad. But it was only a 200-page book, so I didn't put like a whole commitment to it. Maybe if this book was like 300-400 pages, and that was the start of it, and then it kept going, maybe my opinion would change a little bit. But it just didn't feel like a book that I was like, man, this is amazing. If you guys made it to the end of the video, I do appreciate it. Make sure you guys check out all my socials down below. If you follow me on Instagram, I'll follow you back. Add me on Goodreads. I want to see what you guys are reading, and then you guys see what I'm reading. Also, check out my book. It's free on Amazon for Kindle, or if you want paperback, just get paperback, or DM me, and I'll actually hook you up with a signed copy of it as well. Anyways, though, last but not least, make sure you guys stay safe, stay hungry, and tell someone you love them. I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.